Hello and welcome to the Everyday Board Game Podcast. I'm your host Daniel.
And I'm your host Daniel.
And today we have... What? What's the look for? Hold on, we got a weird pause here.
You're acting a little somber. This is supposed to be a celebration podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm your host Daniel. I don't know if you knew that.
That's better.
All right, now where's your pep? Here we go. Give it your all. Let's go.
I already gave it my all. That's why I was like, why are
That was your all?
I can't get too loud. I'm going to blow out the mic.
Post that down in the comments. Daniel 1, give it more.
No, I gave it my all. I am a loud voice, so I can't go too high or I'm going to blow the mic. Look how far I'm up on there.
All right. Sure, fair enough. I mean, I feel like I'm whispering and I'm the same level of volume right now. But all right, that's fine. I'm also further away from the microphone,
That's
too.
the other issue, too. Yeah. As someone who edits these videos, I have to pump the volume up because you're too low.
Because I'm too low?
Yes.
Well, you just need to move the microphone closer to me.
I can't move it any closer. It's as far as it goes.
All right, hold on. Problem solved. Here we go. I feel awkwardly close all of a sudden. Video viewers will see this and go, what's going on here?
Luckily, we get better audio views because we got faces for radio.
Yeah, exactly. Well, welcome back, Daniel. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, actually a few weeks. We joke about it in like our other episodes because we record ahead of time. No, it's been 2 weeks. We were talking about we went to the con at BGG. Mm-hmm. We took Thanksgiving week off as well, so that's 2 weeks right there. This is just after Thanksgiving. You'll hear this 2 weeks after Thanksgiving.
That's right.
So we're not that far ahead now.
No, and we will be catching up pretty soon. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, listeners already knew that we went to the BGG Con in Dallas, Texas. And
anybody who follows us on Instagram sees that too.
Yep. And we're going to be talking about all the games in an upcoming episode very soon, a bonus episode. Yeah. We'll break down the whole thing. It'll be fun.
What's nice is December is going to get 2 bonus episodes. A new special podcast at the end of the month because it's a 5-week cycle and we're going to do something extra. Plus, we wanted to talk about BGG Con, so there's that as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, but today's episode, we're in the spirit of holidays. Not Halloween, holidays.
Holidays. And here's the thing, too. We talked about trying to get the other guys on the podcast, but they all had family obligations, so they couldn't make it today, which is
awfully thematic in today's episode.
Yeah, well, which is sad for us. We always love to hear their point of view, so but unfortunately they weren't able to come. So again, we didn't promise anything. We said we were going to try. So Gamehead Geek and Damn It Dom had family obligations, so they couldn't make it to this episode. But you get to hear our voices for Christmas. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we apologize in advance, but that's okay. I mean, if you're already listening to the episode, you know what's up.
Yeah.
But so we're going to be talking about our favorite go-to games for family gatherings.
Yep, there you go.
Before we do that, though, Daniel, what have you been playing?
Oh, we're going to be talking about BGG Con, pretty much, for this one, because there's some games, and also we'll talk a little bit about them in the episode that we're going to talk about, but these are the games that I wanted to hit. These are the games that I wanted to play there, and every single one of these I enjoyed for different reasons or another, and some of them I realized I did enjoy it, I don't need to own it kind of thing. But the first game I'm going to talk about is one I do need to own, is one I'm still hunting down, is the one game that I wanted to play at the con for sure, because cons are made for long games. Mm-hmm. And this is G.A.M.E.R. Legends of a Drift system. Yes. Yeah. And
it wasn't too long.
It wasn't
It was a couple hours or a few hours.
It was like 2 hours, something like that. No, and plus, we're like fans and have played Western Legends. We're kind of going into expecting. This was actually shorter than another game I'm going to be talking about on this list. And I had to cut that down for time, too. Yeah. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Yep. But again, G.A.M.E.R. Legends of a Drift system, designed by Cody Miller in Far Off Games. It's been a while since I've been trying to get this played. We've talked about this one for ages. I've been looking for it when we go on our Bookman's run. I've been looking for it. Had a chance to buying it just recently at Isle of Games, and everything else I was buying right there. Plus, I was like, I also wanted to play it before I decide I wanted it, and I knew we were going to BGG Con in a couple weeks or about a month or so. So I'm like, you know what? All right. I'm going to hold off because I can probably pick it up for the price that they're selling it there for with the expansions on eBay for roughly that price too. So I'm like, okay, I played it and now I'm like, yeah, I like this a lot. It shows its age. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This game came out in like 2013. It does show its age. A lot of dice chucking, a lot of dice rolling, which is fine. I have no problem with that. Like, I love Twilight Imperium, which has a lot of dice throwing too. Mm-hmm. But this one is, you're like, I get it, but it annoys me too, because if you roll a crit 20, you get a fame point regardless, and you're playing to a certain amount of fame points. But I'm like, but it makes sense because you're a legend.
Yeah. I don't disagree with it. It's one of those things where it's like, it's not meant to be good, it's meant to be fun. And it definitely does that fun. That's why I didn't knock it for that. That's like it irks me a little bit, because we were only playing to like 5 points, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, that would have been 20% of a win. So if one of us did that, then it's like, well, the rest is out of the running, right?
Yeah, and here's the thing about it, too.
Yeah, but still.
It makes sense. It's like people say in Dungeons & Dragons and stuff like that. It's the rule of cool kind of thing. Yep. You did something very legendary. And it also goes into what we like to talk about in our gamer criteria, memorable moments. If I rolled a 20, that is going to be like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that, and lead to those memorable moments. So it makes sense for what this game is trying to do. But all in all, I really liked it. It was actually more straightforward than I was expecting. I felt it was more closer to akin to a pick up and deliver with some space battles in there.
Yep.
But we were all doing our own different things. I had to pivot a couple times. We have like starting powers it tells you to start with, and it's like, hey, this is what you should concentrate on. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I need some fame points, so I'm gonna go deliver this because I need to get cash in anyways. Yep. And so I pivoted a little bit just to get some money flow. And I like the fact that you can buy a victory point by money, but you cannot buy the final victory point by using money.
Of course.
So that is kind of cool. I did enjoy the mess out of it. I think it's a fantastically produced game. I wish I can play it more. I wish I can find a copy for a relatively decent price. It's on my wife's Christmas list, so because she travels a lot, she might be able to find something. I don't know. Maybe shipped it over here. But yeah, so Xia Legends of a Drift System.
Cool. The first game I want to talk about is, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and we're speaking of next week's episode, right? We're going to be doing some catching up too.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about our New Year's resolutions or our gamer goals of the year, and one of them was to play games in their respective locations. So like I could play like a casino themed game in a casino kind of thing. No, obviously not in the casino, but
you can play Las Vegas in Las Vegas. That kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So if it had a name of a city name on it, you could do it. So I did that. I went to a city. We're local near El Paso. That's a 30-40 minute drive from us. And there is a game called Great Western Trail El Paso. Yeah. So I thought, okay, that's perfect for it. But I didn't want to just go to El Paso and play the game, because there's a great game shop there. I could have played it there. That's actually where I bought it. Yeah, so I was like, okay, great. I could play.
You bought Great Western Trail in El Paso at the El Paso game store.
Yeah, exactly. But then, so I thought about it. I was like, well, it's about cattle herding. Yeah. Right, and it's a Western theme. So I went to the Great American Steakhouse in El Paso, which is Western themed, and played it there.
You know where you should have gone? State Line, or I think it's called like State Line or something like that. It's out in there. It's on the park, because that is on the trail.
Sure.
Yeah, that is on the trail.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? There was also another steakhouse that was literally across the street from the train tracks, which is also a factor in that. Because in Great Western Trail El Paso, you're herding cattle to El Paso after the trains have been built, so you can ship them out around the country.
Most likely Fort Worth.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. And so you're going up and around. So I was like, at least it's in El Paso. At least the name of this restaurant is
Cattleman's.
Great. No, Great American.
Great American. Okay.
So it has great in it.
Well, there's also a Cattleman's out there too.
There is. It was Western themed. I got like the cow painting in the background. Like we ate cow.
You should have gone to Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Pretty much any El Paso steakhouse would have counted, right? I'm partaking in what the game is delivering. Yeah. And I felt a little bad because I called him the day before and I was like, hey, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy who's like filling up a table when like people need to sit down, right? Yeah. I was like, should it be okay? And they're like, yeah, it should be fine. There was 3 tables that had people in it. 4 at most. And they have about 40 tables to choose from. Yeah. So when we were starting the game, we're like, okay, we're good. This is totally fine. So I had previously played Great Western Trail like many years ago with us, and it
wasn't many years ago, but it was a couple years ago.
It was enough where I remember. The only thing I remember about it is I didn't like it. So I was like, okay, here's the thing. The reason I didn't like the original, one, I didn't really know what I was getting into and it definitely outstayed its welcome. It was just way too long of a game. And so a lot of people say you're either of one of two minds with Great Western Trail El Paso. It's a streamlined, quicker version of it. So it's either if you like the faster pace of it, then maybe this will work for you. But a lot of people who like Great Western Trail, they don't like this because they're like, oh, it's like it took away a bunch of stuff from the original game that I don't get here.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I'm going to assume I'm not because I didn't like the original and this is like a simpler version. And me, my son, and one of my best friends played it and we actually enjoyed it a lot. Like it was actually way better than I was expecting.
Okay.
And even our mutual friend Jim said that too. He was like, honestly, I was expecting pretty bad. Like the way you kind of described it, I was like, we're going to tolerate it, we're going to do it, and then get it over with.
Yeah.
But no, we enjoyed ourselves a lot, and then had a great day hanging out in El Paso for the rest of the day.
Well, of course, because you paid for their food. Of course they're going to like the game.
Yeah, I know. There's a little bit of bribery, and I tend to tip pretty well, and it's like not exactly. And I brought my mom as well, and we all had lunch. So my tip was the cost of the game. Like I doubled the amount that it cost me to buy that game.
Yeah. No, I believe it because Great American is not cheap. Did you go to the one in Vinton?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So it's not technically El Paso, but it's El Paso.
It's El Paso.
If you know El Paso, you know
it's in the El Paso Metroplex. If you count Tempe as Phoenix, then this is the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And even if you don't count as El Paso, it was on that trail for sure, though.
Yeah, it was.
Because I'm sure cattle went right through that area.
Yeah, it did.
Right through the farmlands and along the riverside.
In fact, if you go just a little further north on that road, I-10, go run into cow farms.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, well, you can smell them.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Yep.
But anyway, Great Western Trail, El Paso.
All right, the next game I want to talk about is a superhero game that we played at the BGG Con. An IP that I'm not like super familiar with, but I do enjoy the company, the publisher of this game. Yeah. So this is another one that I was like, I really want to get this tried because I've heard really good things about this game. Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking it was a deck building, but it's not. It's a bag building game. And this is Invincible, the hero building game. Yeah. And honestly, I need more bag building games in my life. This was fantastic.
Everyone kind of does.
I like deck building games. I think they're fine, but we have a plethora of deck building. Yeah. We need more of the bag building, especially superhero themed ones where you're pulling cubes out and it's like, oh, I can use these. But if I pull another black one, we're kind of screwed. So I'm not going to fall. I'm just going to stop right here. I'm going to use these and deal with what we have to deal with. So again, it is from Direwolf, and the designer is Kevin Spack.
Cool.
Played this at BGG Con. The bag building was fantastic. I enjoyed that part. It's a little fiddly at things because you're doing this, and then you do the bag building and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, we do all this thing, then we do the bag building, then we throw everything we have on our board back into the bag, and then we have to deal that. We have to do all the bad guy stuff at the end and the cleanup. And it's a little fiddly, but once you get used to it, it starts moving and stuff like that. Made me more interested in the IP. I think it's like on Amazon or Netflix or something like that. So I'll look into it. I enjoyed the game a lot, and here's the thing: there are so many Invincible games out there. Like I thought the Invincible deck building from Indie Boards and Cards was the ones I thought it was, but it wasn't because it was the one from Direwolf. That was the one I was looking for. And then there's Tiny Epic Invincibles coming out now, so it's just like, what the heck is going on? It's like this guy's like, here, everybody, just take it. Yeah. And then you have IPs out there. It's like, oh, there's just one or two IPs about it, and it's like, okay.
Invincible's hot right now.
Yeah, so Invincible, the hero building game.
Cool. All right, next one I want to talk about is a co-op game from a number of years ago that I've been getting back to the table lately for various reasons. It's Hot Shots, the firefighting game. Oh, man. It destroyed us when we played it. It absolutely wrecked us. And when I played it again with our mutual friend, it wrecked us again. That is such an awesomely mean game. And that is the game that defines why I like Press Your Luck in cooperative games.
Just FYI, the game didn't wreck us. It wrecked him. He couldn't roll for the life of him.
I know. Normally,
me and Dom could at least lock one die.
Yeah.
You were struggling. I was
busting on like the first roll somehow. It's like It's like I need everything except for whatever the axes are called. I know they're called something different, and I roll all axes. Like, well, okay.
Yahtzee, but that's not what I wanted.
Right. Exactly. No, I really do enjoy that game. I think it's just so fun. It escalates in such fun ways. It just has this beautiful tension to it. Like, you want to do everything. You don't have time for everything. Like, it's one of those few ones where it's like, oh, well, that one got scorched. That's terrible. And it scorched 2 others. Well, at least we don't have to deal with them now. Anyway, like, you know.
Or in the fact that we're like, oh, I'm going to go take care of this. No, you don't need to take care of that one. Oh, well, I'm going to go take care of that. No, you need to take care of that one. It's the same thing, and that blows up. Go take care of that one.
Yeah, take care of that one, right? No, it's fun, but the press your luck part of it, it's just, like, because nobody wants to roll that extra roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, do I have to, guys? And everyone's like,
we need the 4th one for you to clear that fire. A fire break is not going to help us. So.
Right. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's almost anti-quarterbacking. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, we all know what you need to do, but we all know how you're rolling. Like, we're not going to give you advice. This is your decision, and you are the one who's at blame.
Yeah, me and Dom will look at each other and like, should I roll one more time? And yeah, I think so. We need to get that fire off. We look at you. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Like, you on your own, man. We're leaving you for dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so hot shots.
Oh, and here's the thing. Fun. Also, with him, he blew up in the area, so we lost more points of that aspect of it, too. Yeah. So it's like, oh, God. Because you were on the thing that got scorched.
Yep.
It's like,
so we lost dice on top of it.
Yep. One of us had to go back to camp to get a die, and we're just like, oh, that die is just
we didn't. None of us made it there. Yeah. We made it one more turn after that.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy.
When we had a combo of like 4 scorches all at once. Woo!
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Because you didn't take care of the building that blew up.
I couldn't.
I know. Because you rolled bad.
No, but even like I couldn't even get to any of the other stuff. I was fighting back the flames. Had to keep going. That's one of those memorable moment games, you know. So hot shots from Fireside Games.
The next one I'm going to talk about is the other superhero game that we played in there, and this is the one I kind of hinted at that I had a short in it for time, because this was massive. I know Damn It Dom wanted to get this tried. Yep. I know Game Head Geek really wanted to play this one while we were up there. Yep. And he was like, oh, please tell me it was good. And it was a good game. I liked it, what it was doing. And this is Freedom 5 from Arcane Wonders. And who is the designer? Richard Lanius, Edie and Brady Sadler. Those are the designers there. I think Richard Lanius is the one that did the original Sentinels of the Multiverse. Or was it the Sadler brothers that did the...
I don't remember.
One of those is, and it's in the Sentinels of the Multiverse universe. It is a fun little... I don't know, what would you call it? Kind of a card game, kind of where you just managing the board, honestly. It's like area management in a sense. You're trying to take off the things. You got to fight the villains. You got to make sure none of these bad things pop up. We played the first scenario, and it's like I cut out the whole third act. I'm like, hey, we won. We took out one of the villains, and it's like... We were playing it for 3 hours. Damn It Dom wasn't feeling too well. Yeah. You and me were like, we want to play other games, and this is taking about 2.5, 3 hours. Yep. The teach was not horrible, but it wasn't great either.
Right.
It's a bit to bear, but it was fun. I did enjoy it. It was a long, long game. It is fantastically produced, even if you don't get the painted minis. The painted minis are just much nicer.
Right.
Also more expensive. This is one of those games that I'm glad I got to play. I've been looking at it, try maybe pick it up, because again, at Isle of Games, they had the painted minis ones, and I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. For that price, as much as I like this game, I have games that are run around that same length of time that I just enjoy more, like Twilight Imperium, like The Reckoners. It's a fun game. Fantastic. This is the second most overproduced Arcane Wonders game out there.
Yep.
I don't need to have it, especially for these size boxes and stuff like that. It's fantastic. It's a great game. If you say, hey, let's play this at a con, I will be more than happy to play it at the con. If you own it and you say, hey, let's play this, I'd be more than happy to play it again with you. But it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to buy. If I could catch it when it's like, I don't know, $75, like a steep discount, maybe even $100. Maybe. Yeah, that's pushing it for me. It's a fantastic game. I enjoy it. I probably would give it maybe a 7. And I think it worked well. It was really good. It had it was a engaging game. It's just super long. And honestly, I rarely play Eldritch Horror, and that's around that same time. And this is a much better game than Eldritch Horror. I agree on that. But it's also that same kind of length where I can get 3 games in the time it took me to play that one.
Yeah.
But Freedom 5, fantastic game. I recommend it. I don't need to own it.
Exactly. Next game I want to talk about is a game that you and I both very much enjoyed. This was during my pick, and this is just, oh man, I'm glad we got back to the table. Quadropolis.
You talked about 2 that night.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because we did play Hot Shots.
Yeah.
So Quadropolis, it's so clever that another game almost entirely ripped it off. And didn't do it well enough.
It made it too convoluted.
It did, yeah. It added more steps to it. So, like Quadropolis, you have this 4x4 grid. You have tiles that are numbered 1 through 4. And they're arrows, and you put it on one of the edges. You can't put it on top of somebody who already has it.
Did you say 4x4? It's a 5x5, no?
Oh, it's a 5x5. You're right.
Because if you use the 4, you can never get to the 5th line.
Right, exactly. So it's a 5x5, and you have these 25 tiles out, and they're all just different economic buildings. There's like industrial, there's shops, there's towers, which are residential, all these different things. Standard civilization tropes, right?
Yeah.
And so you put these out, and then from that tile, you take the tile that's that many spaces inward, and then you also put in that row or column that is numbered that same number. Real simple idea, very effective, and they score in different ways. Like, obviously, shops will benefit from having more people there. You can send your excess people there. Industrial needs energy, but will also provide jobs for people, and will benefit by being around things like what does it score off of? Is it road? No,
well, it depends. Which one are you talking about? Shops score off people on them.
The industrial.
Industrial scores based off shops and ports.
Ports, that's right. Ports. And then ports score like in a straight line and all that stuff. And they all score different ways.
Large groupings. Ports are large groupings.
Yeah. The advanced modes of each of those have new ways to score almost everything else, too. And it's just super clever how it works. And I've always enjoyed that mechanism. I think this is such an underrated game. People don't talk about it. And they need to, because we really enjoy this game. And I'm glad I got it back to the table.
The thing is, all the times I've played this game, I've tried different ways to play the game.
Oh, yeah.
This time around, I was trying to do the high rises, where I'm trying to stack all my high rises together, and I got 2 of them up to level 3s, which scored me a good amount of points in the beginning. You just had to play the port game, which basically negated what I got in the thing.
Yep.
It was such a fantastic, the pivoting aspect of it, the fact that I kept stealing the government buildings for you.
Yeah, you kept stealing those municipal buildings where you were trying to get them in each quadrant.
Yeah. And trying to math it just right to get it into the right area, because whenever you place that token, you have to put it in that column or row for that number. So if I used a 4, it has to go into the 4 column or the 4 row. It's like, I don't want to use the 4 because I already have a municipal building in there.
Right, exactly. No, I couldn't agree more. It's just it's the right kind of silly.
Yeah, I for me, the city building aspect of games, like Suburbia, there's a couple others out there, but the Suburbia is the main one, and Quadropolis, of course. Quadropolis is my favorite. What is it? City Skylines is the other one?
City Skylines,
yeah.
Quadropolis from Cosmos.
Yeah, Quadropolis is my favorite because it's so simple, and it still gives you the satisfaction of some of those things give you. Because the combo-rificness at the end. I was like, I got this. Now I got 3 people. Now I can feed these people onto this thing over here, and now this building is activated, and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's good combo-rific at a simpler pace.
Yep, exactly.
And the last game I'm going to talk about is a game that you and me both thoroughly enjoyed at the BGG Con. You and me were hunting to get this played, and it took us to the last day to finally get this game played, because it was at the hot table at BGG Con. They had 2 copies there, and it was always busy. Always busy. And I get it, because it's a brand new game from one of our favorite designers, Stefan Feld. This is the Druids of Adora.
We finally got it that last day.
And man, did I adore this one. This was a fantastic...
You adored it?
Yeah, no, I adored it. It was fantastic. This is my second favorite Stefan Feld that he released this year.
Yeah.
And I haven't even played the City Collection ones that came out yet, because I'm still waiting on those.
Right.
But I did love it. Civillution kind of takes it more, because I loved everything that Civillution does.
Right.
But I love the fact that this was a point salad-y mechanistic dream for people. Like, you want area control? This has a little bit of that. Do you want path building? This has a little bit of that as well. If you want resource management, this has a little bit of that. You want some combos with the flowers? You have a little bit of that. You choose what you want to do, and you score your points how you want to do it. And man, this thing hit so well. Like we played, I can't remember his name, John?
John, yes.
We played a game with John, who was at the BGG Con, and he was like trying to learn it. I'm like, hey, you need players over here? He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to read the rules. And I'm like, let me go get a teacher wanted. We had a nice gentleman come and teach us the game. Yep. Sat with us
his name was Tim?
Tim, I think.
Yep.
He sat with us for the first 2 rounds because he had already played it with his group, and he knew how to teach it. You had a little buddy romance with him because both of you were teachers, and so...
Yeah, right? And props to Tim. Like, I don't think you'll ever listen to this podcast. I mean, we're a pretty small podcast, but still, like, if you ever hear this, man, like, what a good teach. Like, he did a great job teaching it. He did it in a very logical way. He handled it like a champ, right? And he did it in a good way. He did the right kind of thing where he was like, so if you're familiar with stuff on Feld games, yeah. So, like...
Exactly.
Nothing too crazy new here, so you're going to see a lot of similarities. And, like, anything you do gets you a lot of points in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it had a little bit of worker placement because your dice are your workers, and you roll them in the beginning of the game, and that's it. Yeah. You may get something that'll allow you to flip them or move them or something like that.
Yeah.
But whatever the die face is, deals with the area control aspect of it. But it also how much resources you have to pay for that to go. Yeah. And it's like I love that little balance and that nuance. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to get the area control, but I'm only giving you 2 points, so that's fine. You can have 2 points. I get this powerful move now because I'm putting this out here, and then if I come back to it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fun because like if I do this, and that allows me to I'm giving you 2 points because you have the area majority here or the larger worker there. But now I connected this to this path over here, and I get the time, and I made sure it was a long path, so I get the time how many dice are in that path for these two, and I times it by 7.
Yeah.
So at one point I had 5 dice times 7, and then I went immediately to the next space and got 6 dice by 7, and so that's how I actually booked up my points by doing the path building aspect of it. And you and John were fighting over like this little area, the control to try to get the bonus points that are.
I was going campsites. That was my big thing.
Well, that was what he was doing too. You both were fighting over that, and he was also trying to fight over things. And I'm like, I'm just gonna make my path around the board here because I was like, that's a lot of points.
You got a huge path too.
I had a 7 die deep for a path, and if I had a couple more turns, I would have had actually a 9 path because I almost had another one connected.
Right.
And it's like I just didn't have the resources to get where I need because there is like a negative turn as well. It's like you don't have enough to do anything. Then your entire turn is you take one of your dice out of your pool and you get so much resource. And it's like, it sucks because that's all I'm doing is almost lose a turn, but I'm getting something out of it. And because I did it at the right time and you can use it strategically, which is what I did. I was like, okay, I did this path. Now you guys are like, oh, he's got a lot of points, but he's not much of a threat right now. So I'm going to go take care of this. I got my resources in, and boom, I hit another 6.7. You're like, I didn't even see that black to black there.
Yep. Across the board, making the path. Like,
and it's not even across the board, around the outer edge. I pulled one of my wife's favorite things to do in Ticket to Ride, where she just goes up north around the board to get the longest path.
Yep, exactly.
So I was like, I'll just do that. Mind my own business. Let you guys fight in the center of the board. I don't need to go over there. Mm-hmm. And, oh, man, I adored this one. And honestly, for an Alea game, I could see most of the stuff. There was a little bit of finagling and stuff like that, to where it was a bit of an issue.
Yeah, like the iconography was. It wasn't so much colorblind unfriendly. It was that it was tiny.
Yeah, it's so tiny. So my old eyes were having trouble. I may have to buy some readers just to play this game, but I adored it. It's a much better Alea
upgraded bit inside of the game.
Yeah. It's a fantastic Alea Stefan Feld game. It's true to you've played any of his on Alea. It's fantastic. I like this more than the more recent one they did, which was Carpe Diem.
Yeah.
I like this hands down better than Carpe Diem. So yeah, it's fantastic. We still need to do where we do some of the live playthrough of the Stefan Feld games just to kind of rank them like we did with the Phil Walker Harding. The only thing is that's going to be several weeks worth.
Yeah. That'll be a minute. We'll have a headache at the end of it.
Yep.
And the last game I want to talk about, speaking of big epic games, I got to play a big epic game over the break. I utilized my time having this week off being a teacher. We had Thanksgiving break off. Mm-hmm. And one of my friends from the comic shop, he wanted to get a pretty big epic game that he's been trying to get people to get in on, but it's hard to get a group that's capable of sitting down for multiple hours.
I think I know what it is. World of Warcraft?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
We played Sid Meier's Civilization.
Oh, the Fantasy Flight one, huh?
Yes.
I've been wanting to try this one, but it's so heavy.
It's not as bad.
Okay.
You'd be fine.
Okay.
But it is Fantasy Flight, so it's 4 hours.
Minimum. Right?
Yeah. I think we played it like 3.5.
That's always been my hesitancy.
It was about an hour each, yeah. And I give props. He shows up in the chat sometimes. Mario Fanatics. He does a review channel. Go check out his stuff. He was the one who taught us and put it together, and we had a good old fun time. Like it was silly how it worked, and he was very clear. There's multiple paths to victory. He beat me by one turn using the same technology track method that I was using. You have to build a pyramid of I think 15 technology tracks or something like that.
Yeah.
Cards. You have to do a pyramid thing. And so and then if you build level 5, then you win. So that's the top of the pyramid.
Technology victory, got it.
Yep. And he beat me by one turn.
Multiple paths to victory. That's a civilization game.
Right.
It's a 4X game.
Yep. You could either max out your culture, or you can get a certain number of points, or whatever.
Or kill them all.
Yeah, kill them all. Yeah.
Military victory. Yep.
Yep. And he actually he was going for the tech track actually, but he ended up winning via military by taking over the main city of somebody else's. He kind of whittled him down a little bit, and he started looking at it. He was like, nobody else is really going for fighting.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, I'm going to pivot real quick, and I'm going to go for this, and if I win this round, and everybody else looked at their head and were like, yeah, we don't have any style. I'm trying to build up my culture, man.
Yeah.
And then, so he took it because he conquered the other civilization.
Nice. I have been wanting to try this one. It's just... It's a long game. That's kind of thing. If I'm going to play a civilization game, I want to play Civolution.
Yep. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. This one felt, this felt proper. I never played the video game, so don't give me that look. I don't play Civilization video games all that much. So, at all. Actually, do I play I don't think I do. I play RPGs from time to time. That's a very different game. Anyway, yeah. So Sid Meier's Civilization.
Civilization.
You got me on Feld now. Yeah, big heady game about civilizations. Yeah. Anyway, it was a fun game. Very glad I got a chance to play it. Alright, so let's get into today's episode. These are our go-to family gathering games. How did you approach this list?
I approach this mainly the top of my list is stuff that actually... All of these games I've played with my family in one iteration or another and like that. And for me, when it comes to family, it's not just my blood relatives. It's my chosen family as well. So you've mentioned your best friend Jim.
Yep.
He's your chosen family as well. And the same thing with the Diegos, as I mentioned. They're my chosen family as well. But I played this with my nieces and stuff like that. And it's stuff that would bring back that kind of nostalgia for me from when I was a kid, and I would get together with my cousins and we played Spoons or War, because we didn't have taste back in the day. Yahtzee, Uno, that kind of stuff. So that's how I went about this, is stuff that you can play with people who just know the mass market, or non-gamers and gamers alike. So I wanted to do stuff that brought out that, but is still kind of gamery for someone like me who plays it. And I'm known as the game guy in my family. I'm the one that's bringing the card games and the stuff out there. So for us to have, so
I kind of went the same way. I mean, of course, I'm known as the game guy in my family too, right? But my brother, he is kind of the one who got me into board gaming, and he has a decent collection as well. So he can handle most games. The catch with my list, though, is I specifically brought games that our sister would play with us, too, because she is notoriously a hater on games. And so, and all of the spouses and all that stuff are not really gamers, right? So this is ones whether people are coming in, whether it's just my siblings, or if it's people who do tolerate games, or people who it's if they're walking by, if we're just all hanging out as a family, it's this is just some good quality time to hang out.
Yeah.
And you could a lot of these games you can kind of go in and out of. You don't necessarily have to be in it. So mine are probably going to weigh on the lighter side.
Oh, mine are pretty light on mine. I think there's one somewhat heavy, and it's not even that heavy, but most of these are roughly you can consider party games most of the time too. Yeah. And again, these are games that I've played with my family, like my in-laws up in Colorado who are not gamers, and my mother-in-law, if it has a lot of rules, she kind of checks out, that kind of thing. So these are got in those lighter fares as well.
Yeah. All right.
Most of these will actually hold big crowds too.
That's right. Yeah, same with mine.
Except for my number 8.
we're going to flip the coin of doom, and that'll show us who to begin.
All right.
I'll be starting us off. My number 8 is a game that this has been like the best family gathering game because now they made a great app version of this game.
Oh.
And because they made such a great app version of it, me and my family like actively just like, hey, you guys want to play a round of this? Yeah, let's go. And then we play an app, and we all join it together. This is Wavelength from CMYK.
That's what I figured this was because you keep pushing the app on me as well.
Because I want you to try it. Like the app is unlike the board game. The board game has like the really fancy clicky dial, and it feels good and spinning and all that stuff. Like it's a game show style feel, right?
Yeah.
The app goes fully cooperative, and everyone does all of their dials all at the same time.
Gotcha.
And once everyone's done, then it will just show a dial to everybody. And even as a person, like if I come up with the clue, I get to watch how people are like moving that dial back and forth, and I get a cringe when they're like, oh yeah, he would never think this, no way, and you're like, oh no, please somebody lock in, please somebody flip it to the other side, or like there's somewhere it's like, and it creates those like silly moments. Like there was one time we were playing this, and it was like role model or like terrible person, whatever. And then my wife put parents on it, and immediately my son just knocked it straight to the bottom. It was like, I'm like, good God, man. He was like, no, I'm just kidding. but he got that opportunity to just like be so ridiculous about it, and it just works well. And the app is free, so it's like you can't argue with free. And then like it's like $5 for the add-on pack, so whatever, right?
Yeah, it's
worth my money, and I have both the board game and the video game version of the app game version of it. I love it. Wavelength, my number 8. All
right, my number 8 is the one that isn't a multiplayer game. This is, and I've done this with like my nieces. They've really enjoyed this one. Haven't tried it with my nephews because they don't live in the state anymore. One lives in Colorado. The other one lives, I think, in Arizona, if I remember correctly. He's right outside Tucson. Because he works in the prison system, he does it. I don't know exactly which one he's been stationed to right now. So he's always moving. He keeps moving up in the ranks and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So recently he was in Far East Texas. Now I think he's in the Arizona area. So
cool.
And one's in Colorado. So I don't get to play games with him all that much. But the next time I go up there, I think I'm going to take some games to play with them. But the first game I'm going to talk about, I have played with my nieces. I have played with my other group. We do like this one. It's a very simple worker placement game. And I had to put a Christmas game on for Christmas, in all honesty. And this is Santa's Workshop. And the reason why I like this one is it has its advanced mode, which is a little bit heavier and more gamery for me. Yeah. But it has the family mode, which is a much simpler. You do this, you get these resources, you turn these in. Yeah. And my nieces actually really enjoyed this one, so much so that my oldest niece, who normally lives in Georgia right now because her fiance is stationed over there. He's in the military. Right now he's stationed in Germany, so she just moved back for 6 months or something like that. She actually bought a copy to play up there with him as well when they're around that time because she's got a stepson, so... And so that's how much I know this works well with family. Because I'm like, yeah, I brought this one if you guys want to try it out. And so me and my three nieces played this one, and my wife was watching us, and we had a good time last time we played it with them. And so, like I said, so much so that my niece picked it up. It's a very simple worker placement game, and she's saying that they really got into the advanced side of the board last time I talked to her when they played it up there right before he moved and stationed with his kid. They played it in the family version, in the advanced version, and yeah, they have a blast with it. I think it's a fantastic game. Everything that's going on with Elf Creek Game right now, they basically have sold off to, I think it's either Genius Games or Synopsis Games. I can't remember which one exactly, but one of them is taking it over. So if you bought the most recent Kickstarter with Merchants of the Dark Road and the upgraded bits and expansion for this thing, you'll still get it. They're working on getting it out to people out there. But I still think it's a fantastic game. I think they did a fantastic job with the second edition. And so that's why it was my number 8 on the family gatherings. Because, again, it has been played with my family.
Sure. Cool. All right. Number 7. Here we go. I'll be doing it again. My number 7 is a game that is one of our go-to. Like, with any large group, we love this game. It's been played to death. We've played it with every member of my family, and it has came up with one meme that is consistent throughout multiple games. It is the ultimate of meta. This is Danny's a Spy, or also known as The Resistance. Yeah. I mean, this one is just like one of our go-tos. Like, because you don't need a lot of overhead to do it, and a lot of people play like. Getting into a social deduction game is tricky with new people who haven't played it before, or aren't familiar with the mechanisms. So while family will normally be a little standoffish at first, if they play it with us, and this is why it's a go-to, if me and Jim are in the game, shenanigans happen, right? And it is a go-to, so people will be like, all right, no, let's explain why Danny's the spy. And so, and it's all, even through like the game explanation right now, it's like, yeah, so this is why you're going to vote for him. And why you're not going to trust anything he does. You
always vote for Danny. That's ridiculous.
The thing. Yeah, exactly. So Resistance. It's just or Avalon is like the newer the medieval version.
The medieval or like the fantasy version, like Merlin and stuff like that is in there.
So yeah, the Resistance go-to party game, and it plays 5 to 10 players too. So it's good.
Yeah, no social deduction game made my list. My wife doesn't.
There's no surprise there.
No, I don't like them. My wife despises them more than I do.
How many 2 players made your list?
None, because it's a family gathering.
I almost put a solo game on here.
Yeah, of course you did.
My reasoning was like, well, when everyone's sick of me playing games, this is what I bring.
Yeah.
During the family gathering, and I start playing by myself.
And again, this is not just because it's like we celebrate Christmas, but Hanukkah is about to hit up around the same time. So we wanted to talk about like these games for everybody that does family gathering, whether you celebrate holidays or not. But the big next game on my list is one also that holds a lot. Also kind of like gambling in a sense. So if you have issues with gambling, you might have an issue with this one. That's why it's a little bit lower. But this holds a lot of people. It has a blast on it. You can run it physically and have a general manager running it, or it has an app so the general manager can play as well. It holds a lot of people. Everybody adores this. It's a lot of screaming, a lot of shouting at the table, saying, come on, 7! Come on, 7! That kind of thing. And this is Ready, Set, Bet from John D. Clare and AEG.
Yep.
This is just shenanigans in a box, because you're like, I was going to bet there. Well, you should have moved faster kind of thing. Yep. You should have put your poker chip there if you wanted it more. And so be quicker on the draw and stuff like that. Well, like I wanted to see how much the dice are moving or how much the app is moving things. I think it works well on both aspects. In fact, you can hold more players if one person is just general managing. Because usually it only holds 8 people because that's all that you could do with the betting. Sure. If you want a 9th person, they have to be the general manager. They're the one that's rolling the dice and running the horse and stopping the bets and all this and that.
Yep.
It's a fantastic game. It is a well thought out, fun little game that, and honestly, with my family, it goes down really well because my grandpa used to go to the racetracks all the time. Yep. So it reminds my grandma with the racetracks. It reminds my mom about my grandpa Eddie going to the racetracks and stuff like that, her stepfather. Yep. And it has me and my brothers remember going to the racetrack with my grandfather. Yep. And so it just brings up that nostalgia as well. It helps us bring closer together. Plus the shouting, like, come on, and you're shouting at someone chucking dice because you want them to roll the thing you want. So you get that feel like you're at an actual horse race kind of thing. And so it is a blast. So Ready, Set, Bet is my number 7.
This is a good pick. Very good one. Yeah, most of my family doesn't play it. That's the only thing. But no, I think it would go over well.
Yeah.
I should try this out. All right, our number 6s.
All right, I actually get to start with this one. So my number 6 here, this was another one where you're probably going to give me guff about this one. But
I will.
My family plays the mess out of this game, whether it's my chosen family. This is like one of our go-to games just to play in general. But my grandma will play this game because she comes from hearts and spades and rummy and stuff like that. Same with my mom. My mom adores this game because she played a lot of spades and a lot of hearts back in the day. And so this is a twist on a trick-taking game, but it's not overly complicated. The only really hook that you have to teach them is that the second player always decide what's going on, if it's going up or down. And this is Little Devils. Okay. And that is the...
Why do you think I would give you guff for this? You're playing a devil game at Christmas time? Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
That and you're like, there's other like trick-taking
games. Mine is Bloody End. And,
also because like there's other similar trick-taking games, but this one just goes down really well with my family.
Yeah, this is less about a trick-taking game. Like I mean, it kind of is.
But it's that classic card game feel, and it always goes down, especially for if you have card gamers in the family who play like the spades and the rummies and the rook and stuff like that. It was like the hook here is they will start it, and then the next person gets to decide, are they going up or are they going down? And you have to follow suit by either going down and following suit, or if going up, you're hoping you're not the only one going up. and you're playing the lower of the going up numbers kind of thing. And so it leads to a lot of shenanigans. It leads to a lot of laughter at the table and stuff like that. This holds up to 6 people, which is fantastic. And it goes down well. My nieces enjoy it. My mom enjoys this one, and she's not much of a, other than card games, she's not much of a board game player. My grandmother loved it. She doesn't play games with us as much, but she likes watching us play them. She gets a kick out of it. And yeah, it goes down so well, and to the point where my other game group, this is like one of our just like chill games to bust out and play for a little bit after we've gone through some heavy games. Yeah. And so yeah, Little Devils is my number 6.
No, I think it's a good pick.
Also, it is Stronghold Games, and Michael Feldkater is the designer.
Bless you. My number 6 is I always think dexterity is one of the easiest things to get family gatherings into. So while this is not technically a party game, it is definitely one that
can play at parties.
And because people, it's one of those games where you watch people play and you know how it works. Like, you just understand it. Tumbling dice, hands down. Like we almost played it at the BGG Con.
We ran out of time because we were going to go for dinner on the last night.
We had to go eat on the last night, so we're like.
I also wanted to go play that other kind of tumbling dice game where it's almost like Dice Sumo or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, that one looks really fun. But no, I mean, it's just like it's dumb silliness. You chuck a die down these steps that fall down, and the number that you land on
times the multiplier.
Times the multiplier is how many points it's worth if it stays there. If somebody knocks it off, well, that's part of it.
Sometimes they'll knock you into more points or something.
Yeah, sometimes they'll hit you into more points, and it's just like it's such a simple game. It has no right being as fun as it is. I like it a lot. Tumbling dice, I'm not going to belabor it. And get more sets of dice, and then just more shenanigans.
Oh yeah, that's the thing is like you can have as many sets of dice as you want. This game, it just comes with a certain amount of dice.
Yep.
You can hold more people if you just buy a Tenzi set.
Yep. Is one of the few good reasons to buy a Tenzi set.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Going to our number 5.
Number 5s. Here we go.
Oh, back to me, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, my number 5 is a fantastic little party game that really works well in large gatherings because you play mostly on teams, and you can set it to teams to 2v2, 3v3, however big teams that you want to make it. It could be groups of 3s and stuff like that. Plays pretty well. It is such a fun game. There's different versions of it, so if you want pop culture, you can get the pop culture. It also has a family edition for people who don't know of pop culture. This is a game that you and me both thoroughly love. It has a fantastic memorable moments aspect of it, and it plays in 3 distinct parts. This is Time's Up. You have the clue giving where you can't skip anything, but you can say whatever you want. Then you go into the second round, and you all have the same cards for each round. In the second part, you give one-word clues, and so you're trying to pay attention to what they're saying in the first round because they're like, oh, Bond. And then they can, Iron, or the whatever the guy's name is, Iron Jaw, I think is what his name is. But that's the thing, I can't remember the guy's name for my example. But it's a Bond villain and stuff like that. So say someone says Bond, and they're like, oh, Dr. No. That kind of thing, and it works. Yeah. And you just give the one word. You can skip if need be. You have a timer going on here, and you just work through that set. And then my favorite part is the third round, where it turns into charades, and you have to act out what that character is, and that leads to a lot of the laughter. This is a rip-roaring time with my family, especially when we get to the charade parts. The family's like, can we just go to the charade parts? I'm like, you can if you guys want to.
There's less meme making.
Yeah. It has a blast on that one. It goes down really well. And again, like I said, I like Total Recall because I love the like B-52s is one of the clues in there. And how do you give a charade for the B-52s, like Love Shack or something like that. And so, or Rock Lobster. Yeah. So I like, how do you correlate that to a clue and stuff like that. And it just And it works so well in family gatherings, in large groups. And so if you have one of those large families, this is going to make them laugh.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. My number 5, I wanted to put a game, and this one it's a little heavier, but it's not a heavy game. Don't get me wrong. It's not a heavy game, but it's an actual game. And I wanted
heavy.
To have...
Lift.
The version I have, yeah, most certainly. So I have the massive crate for it. this is Castle Panic from Fireside Games. The reason I picked this one specifically is because I knew I wanted to put a co-op game on here, because co-op lends itself better to family gathering, because you're all working towards the common goal, and that's a good communal activity.
Unless you have that family that just love to fight each other.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, well, take your rage out and throw that giant boulder. Then you can roll all the bad guys, and then. But the thing is, like, my sister, this is one of the very few games she will play. Because it is thematic, it's silly, and it's raucous, But at the same time, it's not devoid of strategy. You actually have to work together. You actually have to play the game. And this is one of the few that she would actually consider playing. And I think she ended up buying it, actually, shortly after, which is, like, about the third game she's ever bought in life. So, yeah. And Life wasn't one of them.
I'm just also thinking about this. Are we sponsored by Fireside Games over here?
We should be.
Talking
Justin,
about
come on the podcast. I'm telling you, like, and Anne-Marie, you guys are both amazing people. Yeah, we love you. But no, I mean, I really stand by it. Castle Panic really is a go-to family game for us.
No, it is a fantastic game. It did make my list, but I thought about it for a little bit. But that's why I put Santa's Workshop, because that one really works for my family.
Cool. All right. Number 4 is.
All right, number 4 is a crossover. I didn't want to go too much into it, but you already put it on your list. This goes down really well with family as well. You want to guess which one it is?
Tumbling Dice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This one, I take my board over there.
I knew it wasn't Resistance.
No. I take my board over there. My family has a great time. Yep. My other group enjoys it so much so he has his own board as well. And it's just a fun, like, when they have, like, their family over there, too, they play it. If we go over to their Christmas thing with their family or with my family, I need to take it with my my in-laws up in Colorado, because I think they would have a blast with it too. Because it's that simple. You flick a die, you score whatever it is at the end of the round, because it could get better, it could get worse, it could get knocked off. Because you can be mean to each other in this game, but it never works out in your favor. It's like, I'm going to knock that off. That's 6. And then you bounce the 6. It never rolls, and it goes all the way into the ×4 area. And I'm like, oh, thank you for that. That helped me out a lot. Yeah. And it leads to those memorable moments, as we talked about. And this is what, for me, this is the memorable moment. A Chits and Giggles thing is like those things that make you come closer to as a family. Yeah. Whether you're fighting each other in a board game or just having a good time, laughing, yelling, but in a good way, not the normal gathering around the table and having argument that happens. So this one is, it relieves that tension in a different way, and my family adores this one. My mom has a blast playing this one. Even she's like, I'm not good at the flicking game. I'm like, Mom, you're fine. You just got to roll it down there and you get things. And then she starts knocking people around. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're not good at this. Yeah. You just knocked my 6 off the board. Yeah.
Yep. She takes out like 7 dice, and hers is standing on like the 4X. Like, all right.
Yeah, so we have a blast. Or my personal favorite was my brother had flicked his die. It hit my die, was sitting 1 × 6, and he flipped it over to the 4. And so I'm like, all right, I got more points. And next go around, my niece knocked it off.
Of course.
And him, too. So only hers was on the die. And I'm like, really? I finally get more points? Then you knock us both off of that thing? Yep. Yeah, it's so much fun. Tumbling Dice is those stand-up moments.
Yep, absolutely. My number 4 is... I'm a card collector, and I needed a classic card game and one that I could pull up. And my dad was always a big fan of, like, he called them pub games, like ones that you would just sitting at a bar, sitting at a pub. Like, all right, let's play a round of this. And this is the quintessential pub game. I always have a copy of this in my car, ready for family gatherings. This is Pairs from G.A.M.E.R and Cheap Ass Games. I love it. Yeah.
How did I know this was going to be on your list?
Because, so at first I was thinking like trick-taking games, but the thing is that's only on my mom's side. She will tolerate trick-taking games. But we prefer Pepper, which is just a classic one.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about it, it's like, all right, how do I put this in? And then I remembered Pairs. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one, right?
You could have picked Flip 7.
I could have. No, I prefer Pairs because that's the one I keep in my car.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you... Because that's the whole thing right now, the whole spiel.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. But no, Pairs by G.A.M.E.R. It's an awesome game. It's a press your luck game. Mm-hmm. It's a pyramid deck, so the number that's on the cards, like 1 through 12, or 1 through 10. I forget exactly which one.
I think it's 10.
It's 10 in Pairs, yeah. That's how many copies there are of the game, or in the game. So there's 12 12s, there's 10 10s, there's 5 5s, or whatever. And so...
there's 1 1.
You can keep going, like on your turn. You can get another card, get another card. You can keep going until you choose to stop or you bust. If you bust, that means that you get 2 cards of the same number. So the higher point values are worth a lot more, way more likely you're going to bust, right? Mm-hmm. And you can watch what other people are getting. You can play that into your mind. You could consider those options. And yeah, there's just so many cool things about it. Pairs just always goes over well, and I'm glad that they still make it.
Yeah, Flip 7 was on my short list. I thought of Pairs, but I'm like, it's going to be on your list. You play it way more than I do.
Yeah, I play it a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly. All right, number threes. All right, and so number 3, this one is my go-to board game for families because I feel like this goes...
I thought Castle Panic was.
So that's my go-to co-op.
Okay.
This is my go-to board game because it's essentially a card game in a board game form. Okay. And you brought it up earlier, Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride is just, it always goes over well with our family. Plays up to 5, and most people are cool sitting down. It's such an easy teach. Non-gamers get it, no problem. You feel clever playing it. You have fun. It's a nice, vibrant, colored board. It's a beautiful production, and everybody likes playing with the little plastic trains. So Ticket to Ride, yeah, we play this almost every year for the holidays.
All right, my number 3 may or may not be on your list. I don't know. It's a relatively new party game, but my family is audiophiles. We love music, and we play this one a lot. This is Hitster. We talk about it a lot on the podcast. My family is. I grew up in a household that my musical listening was wide berth. It was like my mom listened to like the 50s, 60s rock, Led Zeppelin, stuff like that. Yep. My dad was big in like the disco era, so he listened to a lot of ABBA, Donna Summers, that sort of stuff. So I grew up with all that. And then I had 2 older brothers who were 12 and 8 years older than me. So I got mixed with like hair metal and grunge rock and Metallica and stuff like that from one brother. And then I had like the NWA and Tupac and Biggie from another brother. So I was like, I had a wide mix of music growing up. And this game just incorporates all that one. And the big part of it, too, is we like playing in the co-op version of it just because it's all, like, we play all the time on our road trips, too. It's like, it's so much fun. It's like, oh, it's this and this. And we get to that discussion. It's like, no, I think it was this time frame. And then every now and then you shock people. Like, I shocked you at one point when we were playing it, where it's like, oh, that's Blue Bayou, Linda Ronstadt. And you're like, that was one note. How did you think that? It's like, it leads to that. Like, and especially since my mom's significant other now, her partner, he's really big into music too. He adores this game. So he went to Target one time and bought himself a copy for them to play with their friends and stuff like that. And it goes down so well. It's very simple. Someone just has to have a Spotify account. You don't even need to have a premium account.
Right.
But it helps to have a premium account, and I do, so we use ours all the time, and it goes down really well. My grandma's like, well, wait, leave that song on. She's jamming out while we're playing the game. And my other group likes it. My wife is hesitant with it because she doesn't really know music as well as my family does, but she loves playing it in the co-op version with my family. She's like, I see where you get your nerdiness from them when it comes to this. It's like, oh, you know this band and this band. I'm like, yeah, I grew up with a wide range of music growing up. So I had an older father who had like different eras of music in the same time frame. And then I had my brothers who were like, one was all about the rock music and one was all about the gangster rap. And I have that plethora as well. It's just like, it was fantastic growing up. And now I have a game that brings that out with us. Yep. And so Hitster had to go on my list.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And actually, my in-laws enjoyed this one too when I took it up there.
Mm-hmm. I showed it to my in-laws for the very first time on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I showed them the Guilty Pleasures version. They
that's the harder version.
Yeah, I know, the harder version. But no, they absolutely loved it. My daughter plays it with us, and it's one of those few games that my son doesn't want to play with us, but everybody else will.
Yeah.
Because he's just not an audio person.
Yeah, and then like my wife, she'll play it with me when we play with our other group, but she really enjoys playing it with my family or her family because of just how much we get into it.
How much they get into it. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, our number 2s. Here we go.
All right, my number 2 is, in my number 1 and 2, these are very interchangeable. I think my number 1, it just gets played more because it's so much simpler. But my number 2 is relatively a newer game as well. And this goes down in every group I showed it to you, except for like this group over here. You guys are like, that's fine. But then again, trying to get Dom to say he likes something is like pulling teeth with him. Like, hey, what's your favorite?
Hey, what kind of music you listen to?
Yeah, kind of thing. So it went down well with this group, but my family adores it because it's such a simple rule. My brother-in-law is requesting it as a Christmas gift this year. Nice. And my mother-in-law wants a copy of this as well. And this is Caution Signs from Wacky Wizard Games.
I quite enjoyed this.
The Wise Wizard game.
I very much enjoyed this one.
I enjoy the mess out of this game. It's a fun little. You get two things. You get a adjective and a thing. So like. Yep. Crazy cow, and you have to draw somehow in 20 seconds a crazy cow. Yeah. And then someone has to figure out what they are, and you get points based on it, and it goes down so well. It is a blast. We have so much fun with this, to the point I took it up there to my in-laws when we spent Christmas with them last year, and now every one of them is requesting this for Christmas. So yep. I have to find some copies of them. It's hard to find on the internet right now. I know one place, and I'm not saying it on the chat because I want to pick them up first. But yeah, it's such a fantastic game. I do enjoy the mess out of this one. It leads to a lot of laughter because it's like, I'm sorry guys, I had 20 seconds to draw this, and you play against my wife. You've seen some of her artwork in the...
Yeah, she's a great artist, yeah.
And it's like, how did you draw that horse in 20 seconds? I have some circles and lines to represent a bird, all right? Because I only have 20 seconds to do this.
I know, when we were playing, you got like 6 different birds or something like that.
You have one bird drawing. I'm like, I got 20 seconds to draw this bird. Yeah. I just got to color it a little bit, all right?
It's got wings, be happy.
Exactly.
It's good enough.
Yeah, so you've seen my birds, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
My wife drew...
They've all been hit by a car.
My wife drew a horse with a monocle and a top hat because she had fancy horse.
Yeah.
I'm like...
That's a fancy horse.
How the heck do you draw that in 20 seconds? So yeah, we have a blast with this game, Caution Signs.
All right, my number 2, it is a crossover. It's Hitster.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, right? I mean, it is the go-to. If you have anybody in your family who likes music, which most people do, I would say there's more people who like music than there's more people who like pizza. The amount of people that don't like music is about equivalent to the number of people who don't eat pizza, right?
So
I know
you're in that Venn diagram where it's elsewhere.
Weird Venn diagram where I'm only music, not pizza. Yeah, it's like it's a very small sliver of the Venn diagram, but if you grew up listening to music, Hitster's for you. I mean, it's perfect. You don't need to know the artist, because everyone always says that cautiously. It's like, well, I mean, I don't know the names of the songs or anything. It's like, you don't need to.
You just need to know where it is in the timeline.
Throw where you think it is.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Yeah. And then when my in-laws saw that, they're like, oh, okay.
It just gives you more possibility of points if you know the artist and the song.
You get some bonuses. That's it. But it's not better. It's just more chips.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No,
I adore Hitster. I mean, I do.
Yeah. Hitster goes down so well. It's not even funny.
Yeah. I hope more people talk about it because, again, we
want more of it here in America.
Yes.
All right, we got 2 copies of it. We got Hitster and Hitster Guilty Pleasures. I want Hitster Rock, and I want Hitster Bingo here.
Yeah. So one day.
Yeah. Please.
This is probably one of the few games that we'd make like a custom version of.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But anyway.
I just don't know how to make QR codes.
It's pretty easy, but all right. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll Google it.
All
right, and our number 1, I'll go ahead and take it because it's a crossover.
Oh, it's the same one?
Huh?
It's the same one?
Same one what?
Oh, you have a crossover?
I have another crossover with one that you previously said.
Whoa, okay. I thought it was the same number 1. Okay.
Oh, I doubt it. Well, I mean, it's not because you already said it. What do you think it is?
Time's up.
Yep, time's up. It's the only game I've ever seen my father-in-law do the Ace Ventura butt talking. And still to this day, it's one of our favorite memories. It goes over every single time. This will break every level of tension. It doesn't matter whether you're playing the game or not. If you're watching people play it, you're going to be like, oh, I know what that... Oh, yep, I know that one.
Yep.
You know, it just goes over so well. This is the quintessential party game for the family.
Oh, yeah.
Hitster, there's the few people who don't listen to music. Okay, fine.
Which is funny, because I got, 2 of them.
Yeah.
My wife, she likes music, but she doesn't know a lot of music, especially older stuff.
Yeah.
And Gamehead Geek.
Yeah. That's exactly. But even then, he'll still play with us. Yeah, He still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We did better with him than we did with Dam and Dom.
Yeah, that's true. We got
a higher
47,
score. Yeah, we were in the 50s when we were doing our co-op mode with Gamehead Geek.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
but Time's Up that's a fantastic one.
Yeah, Time's Up. That's my number one, hands down.
All right, my number one is honestly, everybody probably picked this one. That this was going to be my number one. I talked about it when we talked about games that we were thankful for. I get to talk about it again, and this is because it is something that has gone down so well with every single group I've played this with. I have never had a bad experience with this game. And this holds up to 7. It could hold more if you have extra stuff. This is just 1. Yep. My mother-in-law, we got her a copy of this because she wanted games to play with her friends and stuff like that. We got her a copy of this. She's like, okay, you're coming up here. You could teach me how to play this game. Okay. We go up there. We play just 1 with my family, my in-laws, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my mother-in-law. And it went down so well. They had a blast, so much so that my mother-in-law takes it to any of her friend gatherings because it goes down so well. And it's like, it's so simple. It's like, you get a card, the person who has to be the guesser picks a number 1 through 5, and then we have to give 1-word clues to whatever they pick, and there cannot be any crossover of those clues, or else they get eliminated, yep. And so they get less clues to try to figure out what they have. It's pretty simple, real easy to teach. They enjoyed it. I took it over to my other family, and in fact, I think I'm taking it this year for Christmas again because they're requesting it. Because we're going to go visit or go with my family for Christmas this year, and it goes down so well. My nieces love it. My niece picked up a copy for her family up in Georgia. My mom likes it. My other game group adores it. It got us through a whole pandemic because it was easy enough to play online. It is a fantastic game. This is the highest recommendation I could ever give for a game for a family gathering because it's not going to lead into a lot of arguments like something like a Yahtzee or a Risk or something like that. Yeah. We're working together. This is my quintessential family co-op
If you give a clue that's like absurd, it gets laughter. And if you get something that somebody else gets, they can't be mad at you because they had the same answer. Yeah. Like it's the least combative, argumentative game.
At least great minds think alike kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I see why you went that way.
Yeah. So it just this is like, and then all of a sudden, all you hear, the other person, you're sitting at the table, and all you hear is like clunk, 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 and it's like, oh my god, how many clues am I getting this round? Because we make audible clunks when it has to go down, just to mess with the person that has to get the clues, and so all they hear is the clunk, clunk, clunk one at a time, and they're like, how many clues did I just lose?
Yep. Well, you're going into a blind.
You're going, yeah. And then they come and turn around, there's like 1 clue, and they're like, oh, no, I'm passing. No, screw that. I'm not trying that. Okay, fine, you passed. What would you have guessed? I don't know, tomato. You would have gotten it right.
Yep.
So it's that kind of thing, and it leads to those moments and just laughter. And sometimes when we play it as a family, we don't even try to do the 13 cards. We just keep going card on card on card and then count up whatever we got out of it and have a blast. It's just a fantastic, lovely game that goes down really well no matter what. Like I said, I've never had a bad experience with this game. Everybody adores this because it's so simple, and that's just 1.
Cool. All right, so there you go. Those are 16 games recommend. I mean, those overlap, of course. There's about 10 games that we can recommend for family gatherings. By all means, go check them out. Go support the publishers who design it. Go to your local game stores, pick them up, get them ready for the holidays. And who knows, you might even find a game that somebody would want for next year's holidays.
I also had some games on my short list that kind of didn't make it in. Did you have any that were kind of short list for you?
I had a few. Like, if I'm going Christmas games, my go-to is National Lampoon's Dice Game.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
I just love that game. I think it's so fun how it works. Yeah, I have a few that I think would work for that.
There was a couple of them that were on my short list that I just haven't played with the group. One of them is because you want to play this with people you don't know all that well. So if you're going to a family gathering you're meeting the family for the first time and you're a gamer, Fun Facts, which is in the same line as Just One. That's why I was like, it didn't make my short list because I know most of my family, but if you're meeting a significant other's family for the first time, that's a fantastic game for you. And another one along that same lines is Ito.
Yeah.
Now, this is relatively new, so I haven't tried it with my other great game groups. So I'm taking it this year and see how that goes.
I bet it'll go over well.
Yeah, I think it'll go over well. But it's along the same lines as Fun Facts, but It's more like where you could do the inside jokes more than you can with fun facts. And then the last one I also had a short list here is just another one in that just one line. If you're already got family who's into that and they kind of like a little bit more harder with like the word clue aspect of it, So Clover is another fantastic one.
You're going straight up Repos.
Yeah, it was straight. Repos is like the
they'll go too.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that Champions one that they made?
No, I have it on my shelf right there. A shame. I just haven't played it yet.
I think I've played it.
It kind of reminds me a lot like Party Playoff.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I might like it, but I don't know if it's going to be staying in my thing. I still have to play it, and I want to try to play it, but it's just one of those I don't know.
Right.
But I picked it up because all the other Repos games have done really well for me.
Yeah. All right, cool. If you ever want to join us on live episodes, you can, but I'll get to that in a minute. If you want to email us, we have an email at everydayboardgames2020@gmail.com. And also, we have an Instagram. Make sure you follow us at instagram.com/everydayboardgames. And check out all the posts that we've been talking about lately that we've been posting.
There's a whole photo dump about BGG Con with all the games we played. And plus, you're doing some videos about it, too.
Yep.
So check those out as well. As well as we have all video re-uploads and reviews are found under youtube.com/@everydayboardgames. And if you like what we do, there are 3 things you could do to help us grow on the platform. Subscribe if you're not. Like the video, and comment down below and tell us your thoughts on the subject.
So if you want to email us, you can join us live at twitch.tv/everydayboardgames. And make sure you follow us there so that way you're notified when we join a live episode. We love it when people come in, even if you're coming in to lurk and hear our episode live, or if you want to join in on the conversation. We like that as well.
Just to peel the curtain back, the reason why we're a little lost is because my script crashed on us, so we had to reload it. And all audio versions can be found on most podcast platforms under Everyday Board Games Podcast. Those include Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, and Apple.
So as always, I've been your host, Daniel.
And I've been your host, Daniel.
I want to thank you for listening to Everyday Board Games.
And remember, every day is a good day for board games. And also, happy holidays.